really make this?
Yes, back for another episode. Minichats pod. Football to talk about. What are you telling me, Shugs, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
It's been an active week, man, so I'm ready for this.
Yeah, there's been a lot to get to. I'm wearing the eye patch because I have a cyst on my eyelid and it looks mad. So I kind of like the eye patch as well. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, but yeah, man. Let's just get straight into it. We just watched today Liverpool versus Man U.
Yep.
Let's start with you because I've got I've got a lot to get to, bro. So let's start with you.
Oh, man. I mean, fair play to Ruben.
My boy.
Yeah, he lives to fight another day, like. But you know what? I think I've noticed that Man U in these big games, they like to go with the strikerless system, and I think when they used it against us, they played quite well.
Yeah.
And obviously, it actually only took a set-piece goal for us to beat them. So, like, there's a lot of, like, movement. It's, like, really fluid when they use the three. So, like, the Mount, Mbeumo, Kuna dynamic, like... It's really good when they use the three. There's a lot of movement. It's really hard to track. And if you noticed, a lot of your defence were struggling to even keep up with him. Like,
yeah, it is a mad fluid. Because Kuna and Mbeumo and Mount naturally comes deep.
Yeah.
It gives them a lot of space to like intertwine and
yeah.
Same with Kuna as well. As well. So.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing is, like, probably if two of them could stretch the game a bit, it would probably be better. Like, I think because they all wanted to feet, when obviously they had the goal and the counter attack was on, they didn't really have much to use apart from Mbeumo. So if Mbeumo's watched closely, then it can be a bit easy to play against in terms of you can nullify them with ease a bit. But the way they started the game, and it's a bit like against us, like they started the game really strong, like full throttle. And yeah, I thought they played well, man. I think Bruno, apart from his miss, I think Bruno was decent today. Kuna was superb as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I think they defended well, more or less. I mean, don't get me wrong, Liverpool should have scored a bucket load, to be fair. But ultimately, they hung in there and like got a bit of luck. And no, I think it was a good result. And then, you know, as far as like Liverpool, yeah, man, it's a bit alarming. I thought Konate had a great game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was sloppy. Obviously, you got far more to touch on than me, but...
Yeah, man. So... Honestly, I'm starting off with I'm actually disappointed in myself because right earlier in the season, it might have been just before the season started or a game or two after, I said that it will be very naive to think that Liverpool can go for the title this season with the amount of change, especially in our defence.
Right.
And the Nets, when we finally signed Isaac, I got caught in the hype. And I was like, now we signed these up, we've got to like win the title.
Yeah.
But that doesn't fix the defensive issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like getting Isaac, like I was caught in a hype, you know what I'm saying? And I'm disappointed in myself for getting caught in a hype because the truth is our defence is absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be able to get us through. Like, it's not going to carry us through.
No, well, I wanted to ask you. So, your theory when you expressed like that excitement, your theory also when you had concerns about defense earlier. Obviously, your theory was that if you focus on outscoring the other team, do you still think that's a possible thing, or is that what?
But that's not going to win a title. Like, I think we need to do that anyway. Like, the defensive issue is so dire right now. If Konate plays good, Van Dijk plays bad, and vice versa. Yeah. And it's so bad right now. Even with Kirkes, it's just going to take time. So either way, we're going to concede goals this season. Even when we're like at our best, it's not going to be the best that Liverpool can be, but it'll be probably the best we reach this season.
Right.
When we reach that point, I believe still we're going to concede goals and we probably won't be getting clean sheets like that.
Right.
it's going to be up to the creating chances and outscoring, and I still believe that. It's going to be similar to the Brendan Rodgers season. I haven't seen us defend this bad since we had Brendan Rodgers, I'll be honest. And I've got I have to eat my words a lot with like Klopp and stuff, because with Jurgen, man, like he's a father, innit? Like at the same time, I was happy for us to move on, and I still am. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Like, I still am, because we had to at some point. But what he I underappreciated as a manager how good he really is in terms of it's true, this would never happen on the clock. At Anfield against Man U, 2-1 diet, 4 on a bounce, Klopp could never. And I'll be honest, he could never. And on top of that, the Trent is a lot. It's a very bitter pill to swallow. Trent not being with us is bitter. In terms of now what I'm looking at with the fullbacks, and I feel like we underestimated that position. How important, how unique and good he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a fullback, he's such a worldie, and sometimes I think about could have that been prevented? Because when Slot came in, he was getting benched. Trent was. Yeah. There was clear, and there's just maybe that could have even been managed differently. He should have come in thinking about building the team around him. I did make a TikTok saying the free contract situation, the most significant one is Trent.
Right.
And we should lead to making him the captain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're at a tough time right now, man. And with Slot, it's all cool. I'm still not going to lose my head over him. Because I want him to have the opportunity to manage Liverpool without Salah and Van Dijk being there. And there's strings attached with the Salah situation. I'm sorry,
why them two specific?
Because they I just want a whole new era thing. Today Van Dijk played poor, and it's not only that he played poor. There was such a lack of accountability in his interview, and you're the captain.
Yeah.
And I hate that, man. Slot gave a really good interview after the game. He was accountable. They even tried to push it to an issue with a foul, and he was nah. Let's be honest.
What did you want from Van Dijk, to say?
So I wanted Van Dijk to admit that he didn't play. Not once did he admit that today he made a mistake or he didn't play well. And the first goal is on him.
Yeah.
As an experienced defender, the first goal was on him. Someone ran right behind you. Kanate had a weldy today, bro. Kanate stopped it from being really it could have been probably 3-1 if it weren't for Kanate today, and he was struggling along Van Dijk in defence today, bro. He was covering his issues, and Van Dijk weren't accountable for it once. And I get this nonchalant thing, but at the same time, when you make mistakes, you have to own up to. As a captain, you have to own up to them. And I hate it's one of my worst things in football when after the interview, the manager or certain players aren't accountable. I hate it. Because it makes me question a lot, especially if you're captain or manager. Because it makes me question your character a lot as well, because you just have to be accountable, do you know what I'm saying? Just it's cool. You know what I'm saying? People saying, Van Dijk hasn't been the best this season, but Kanate has been bad in the last few games. Van Dijk was playing better in those games. Today he played he had a stinker today. Just admit it. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. But admit that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because then I think about these young players and what they've got to work with. If you're the captain and you've got an ego and you're not an accountable person, that's difficult, bro. As a young new, and that's difficult to work with. So it makes me, that alone made me question a lot. I'll be honest. Obviously, he captained us to a title last season.
Yeah.
But everything was going perfect. It's these moments when things are going bad that we need to see how you deal with situations. And I don't like the way he handled it in the interview today, Van Dijk. And one day, obviously he's won a league slot, but we need to give him that. It's politics with Salah. We can't drop him because of politics.
What's the politics Because he earns
how
too
much
much?
He gets paid. like the conversations that have gone on amongst him and Slot, there's obviously he's got something where you don't have to defend, but that's meant the goals are meant to come with. To me, that's meant to be a deal where you deliver the goals and you don't really need to defend. But when Chiesa came on off the bench, he was defensive work, like pressing back, assisted a goal.
Yeah.
Like the only goal we got came from his assist. The fans have been saying Chiesa week on week. We signed him at the beginning of last summer, and he's never had an extended run in a team, like off the bench to be honest, or even starting. His bench appearances are sporadic, and even when he comes off the bench, he still delivers. And it's like political, bro. Like it makes no sense why. Like someone couldn't have played their way into a starting position, or even similar to how Arsenal used Tosa. Yeah, man, a few games starting, like or how we used to use Jota, you can say, like obviously it's different positions, so it's different, but like it's disappointing, man, to be honest. Like, and I don't know if it's political. He plays in a position, you can consider him playing in a position that someone else does, who's obviously massive in a team, has big influence. But at some point, like Ekatike being on the bench, this is all, it doesn't make sense, man. We can say the same thing. We've had the same starting 11 in the Prem, not the same. There was one game where Vert started instead of Gakpo.
Yeah.
But the last 3 losses we've taken in the Prem, I'm not too sure about the Champions League game we lost as well against Galatasaray. But we've had the same starting 11 all those games, same formation, and we've lost all of them.
So there's like a big shift is needed, basically.
Yeah, we did a shift, like, because Ekatike, at the beginning of the season, we were still playing bad, but Ekatike was getting goals, he was assisting, we were getting results. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're still third. We're not there for no reason. It's because we've been playing bad the whole season. Like, since the jump, we haven't played good. But we were still delivering goals. So, and then we've just taken him off. And I get it's because he's that big signing. It's the record signing. He needs to play. Like, I get it, all of that. But at the same time, you just look at this situation and it's like, is it really being managed at its best? Because we can clearly, even when Ekatike came on, we had more shots. And he was on the pitch when a goal came.
Yeah.
And like, it's like we can see, it's so clear that it's so like frustrating because it's so clear. But politics means we can't do what we need to do, which is like just play the better players who are on form. And yeah, man, it's just it's not great for Liverpool at all. And I've just got to give Slot time, man. To be honest, like I've got to give him time. He created chances at the end of the day, so. The chances were created. Yeah, we just didn't convert them as we should have. But the Salah thing is big. Like, I think we do need to push for Salah to leave in January. And I know that's a statement. It's a hot take, to be honest, a big one. But we need to. For Slot now, this season to me it's a project now. It's about building the project, and the project will be without Salah and Van Dijk in the starting 11 eventually. That's where we need to be looking towards the future. We won the league, lovely. Like, I think this season's alright.
Is that realistic though? Like, him to leave in Jan, like, basically, with the amount of money you got, unless he goes to Saudi, it's a difficult thing to do, because you're either going to have to try to sell to Saudi, or you're going to have to let him go to another team but probably pay half his weight, because he ain't going to... Because I can't think of who's going to pay him that after what everyone's seen, apart from outside of Europe. If he wants to stay in Europe, then you're probably going to have to... And, like, even paying half or whatever's like 150 or something.
We're paying, like... I'm not going to... The owners need to talk to someone, because we're paying him $400,000 a week for these performances and a whole month in December where he's not going to be here. And it's like... It's just like, wow. Like, I think, I'm not going to lie, someone needs to talk to someone and probably get that situation under control, because this deal was in regards to us thinking like certain performances, but like because it's a lot of money, bro, for Liverpool. So it'll be hard to get him off. Obviously, it's a 2-year deal, so it'll be hard to get him off. We'll probably want to stay on it, but we're gonna. And if that's the case, we might need to just drop him off onto the bench if he wants to have an impact off the bench. I don't know if we've got the cojones and minerals to do that, but I believe that is we're in such a sticky situation because we're at that time now where we need to shift and move on from Salah. And I know it's like deep. It's the same with Klopp. When Klopp, like, I still feel that way. I've got no regrets still about, like, because eventually he has to. I don't want a Man U or Arsenal scenario ever. I don't want a manager for 20 years, like, in the seat. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. That's not in today's football. I don't think that's sustainable and works anymore. And even like Pep, I think is coming towards the end, which was a little bit longer than Klopp.
Yeah.
But like still we won a title with Slot. Cool. Like to me, he got a bit of trust with that. But now clearly it's a bit more political. Don't get it twisted. Like Slot has got like things to answer for. He's not managing games well because he's just scrambling and then putting on 6 attackers. With 20 minutes left of the game to go, 30 minutes with the added minutes now, and then that's how we always get a goal and concede one straight away because there's no structure to the formation in the team. If you're bringing on 5 attacks, of course 5 attackers, of course you're probably going to concede a goal. With this defence we have, like that's you can bet on. That's easy money if you're betting. So to be honest, So yeah, I think there's still things for him to answer, for sure. Like, the subs look great when they work, but when you just bring on 5, and then they work, but they don't because then we just concede straight away. Maybe the timing or something's wrong.
Right.
Then it doesn't look great. But he won that league, and you know, we gotta stick with him. If you look at Man U and they're gonna stick with Amorim, and now he's done his little. Like he's doing something. We got to give him that. We don't know what it is, and it's the worst Man U manager we've ever seen. But he's doing something, and maybe there's a very slow burner. Then obviously Arteta, he was given his time. Then we got to give Slot the time, but we need to see him without Salah, and we've got to now pit the manager over those stars now. To be honest, like, because they've really finessed the club. At a big level, to be honest. It's funny because it was criminal for us to let the situation get to where it got to with those 3 contracts. But to me, we've even handled that bad because obviously Trent can be helped, he's gone. And then we've given these 2 players who are basically past it, and we basically clinched the league by the time we did the contracts. Like, we basically won the last season. And then we put them on 2 years. Obviously, you couldn't tell this. This is hindsight, 2020 hindsight. Salah was looking mad. So it was like, yeah, man, he's definitely got another season of 25 goals, is how we thought, or 20 goals. And then now we're looking at them.
It's funny, it always happens this way. Like, when we ended up giving Orba that contract, Ozil, they have that great year and contract year, and then you just say it always ends up being an error.
Yeah, because when I say getting both of them out, it's because, like, I don't mind us still possibly starting Van Dijk next season, but I can't. The way Robertson isn't starting anymore, I can't see like Salah and Van Dijk both starting for Liverpool next season. I can't, like, on some real. And I know a lot of fans are with me with like Ekatike on the bench, and like we need to move on from that. Like, the project now needs to be how we're gonna figure out how we're gonna really move on from that. You know, I'm thinking we need to now build around the play. Ekatike, Isak, Verts. Like, Verts is improving a bit. Like, he had a good performance off the bench, so therefore. Yeah. But we now need to let's just use the season to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Let's just proper figure it out. We got good players. We need to now focus on these new players, man. We can't keep thinking about how we're going to find service for Salah. He doesn't want to defend. He's not. Liverpool are at a moment right now where we can't have players that are like luxury players. We can't. We can't. Like, we need everyone who defends, everyone who attacks, use all their energy throughout the game. Even Van Dijk is just too nonchalant these days, and it's just like, I'm not going to be too harsh on Van Dijk because the other games was decent when Konate weren't good, to be honest. But a couple of mistakes here and there. But yeah, I don't mind one more season of Van Dijk starting, but I can't take him and Salah both starting that season. Like, first game of the next season, I think it's very important. And this is me being on slot side, to be honest, is that we need to get like the amount of that. We need to fix that wage thing. There's a mad wage thing that needs to be fixed now, man. Needs to be fixed.
But yeah, do you actually think like Salah out of the 11 is like the real, like you suddenly think you're gonna start playing really well and beating teams as long as Salah's gone?
Yeah, I do. And I know that sounds like mad to say. I've seen the amount of chances I've seen. I know it just sounds crazy to say, but I say that because with Chiesa being on instead, I honestly believe we will perform better. Like this, I honestly believe that.
So
with
that
all
will
my
help
heart.
your build up.
Yeah, it will help our build up. It will help even our defensive work. He's got so much stamina. He's just very injury prone. He's very injury prone. That's not his only issue. But normally when he's fit, he's like, he was tampering on world class at one point, Chaser, like tapping on that glass.
What, for you lot?
No, just as a player, like years ago. Like, he was tapping on that glass. Like, he's a very good player.
Yeah.
But, like, he's just very injury prone. But we've had him fit the whole time. And he's been looking like that player. Whenever we bring him on, like, he always just brings on excitement. Like, he works so hard, like, going back, forward, and he can dribble and shit as well. Like, and he's just so positive. So all those three things always creates impact for us, like, every single time. And he hasn't had the opportunity.
But then what happens if he then starts to start? Because a lot of players look better on the bench, and then when they start, they're not looking the same.
And he doesn't look as good.
Then what happens? Are you going back to Salah or?
No, we stick with it. So we stick with it. We have Salah obviously as a rotation piece still. Like, I think we need to start doing this soon. Like, from maybe after the Champions League fixture, the next Prem game, I think. And then Salah can still come if things aren't like working that way. Like, I know we need to establish an 11. So it's like, and it looks like this is the established 11, which has lost the last fucking 3 games.
Yeah.
So it's not a good one, and it doesn't fucking work. That's like straight up what it is. And I get that, but at the same time as establishing 11, we do need to move on from certain. Like, we need to move on from certain players, and we've got too many good players on the bench. The Ekatike needs to, he's a 90 mil. The way people argue about Salah, I can argue about Ekatike the same way. He's 90 million. We got him, like, in the window. You know what I'm saying? It was a big signing. He's got goals as soon as he came in. We were winning when he was on the pitch. He needs to start as well. So...
Yeah. But the only reason he's not starting is because
he's
a 130 million guy in front of him.
Yeah, I know, and we'd have to change a lot to start both of them. I know, it's like a very tough issue with him, man. Predicament, yeah, and yeah, man, just a lot needs to happen, to be honest. But
so do you think you guys are out of the race, still in the race? Like,
Personally, I don't. I think it'll be naive. Like I said at the beginning, I think it'll be naive to think we can win the title this season with the defence. We can't remotely fix the defence until January, which will be a quick fix.
Right.
Anyway. And the defence is too dire for us to really compete for the league. I think we can still finish second and push the envelope. barring we have to do the Brendan Rodgers season and just outscore all of the defence. We just need to get 3 goals a game, basically. Like, gotta look at it that way. And try and that way, if we do it that way, we will just end up being like second, because you just need defence to win titles.
But not even with your preferred method of going under the radar, because you said you like when the pressure's on.
Yeah. So So now we do that. Like now we're third. Man City, I think we need fully more for people, because I think look, the defensive frailties, and everyone will come around soon. I think Carragher's more or less, but it's naive to think we'll win a title. I guess people still think, but people will come around soon with this defence. I think you'll hear it a lot this week on TalkSport and all that. You'll hear it this week. This was a big fixture. It was a monumental one at Anfield, Man U. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll probably hear it, but our defence is so bad. You know, we can't. There's no way. With what I'm looking at with Arsenal's defence. And like just Saliba and Gabriel, just so comfortable, like, and they're so there's no way, bro. Like, we haven't been comfortable once as fans with that defence when we're like ahead. Not once. We know it's like Carragher said, it's like a basketball game. Every game's back and forth. We can't. You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking way we'll win the title. I'm sorry, like, but we can just try and push on. That's why it'll be about really establishing the 11, really getting Wirtz at his best. But in this season, because this season is the way it is, I think it's so important that we need to figure out this Ekitike and Isak. Like, this season's got to be the season where we figure out that dynamic or who's what, and figure out if we need to really get them on the pitch at the same time. I'm afraid, like.
What happens if you can't?
Then I'd rather keep Ekitike. That's how I feel. He's younger. Like, I don't want to say he's better than Isak, but everything Isak does, he can kind of do at a similar level plus more, in my opinion, and he's younger. I don't think he's better. We can't say that yet, because Isak's been prolific in the Prem over the last 2 seasons. But I think, unfortunately, this season will be a difficult one on him, because he hasn't got to start every season. Now, Isak's first season, he got 10 goals in the Prem. It wouldn't surprise me if Ekitike does something like that. But he's been thrusted into difficult situations now. When he was starting like any other, like Nick Voltamade, or maybe you can say Sesko has had, but Gyökeres at their new teams, they've got opportunities every game consistently. When he was getting that, he was scoring and creating straight up. And then he made his own mistake, because he suspended himself, which allowed Isak to. There was no question of who was going to start up top, and then obviously that just formed into like the 11. But like, I think it's harsh. I think that's a harsh punishment. I do, like, on him. If it's like now he just doesn't start, and we've lost the last 3 Prem games, and Isak, like, since that's happened, basically.
How do you think Isak did today?
Yeah, he weren't good enough. Like, he didn't. He should have scored, put that chance away. And we're at that point now where every single chance is a big one, man. We used to be like, even last season, we created so many chances and our conversion was decent, but there was a few that we didn't put away. Like, we could have won a lot of games, smashed a lot of 5-4, but we won a few like 3-2-1s, 2-0s and stuff. But now it's even worse, where it's not even worse, we're just getting less of those chances. So it's that similar amount we're putting away just to, I'm thinking, but because our defence is so bad, that it's not enough. So now we need to convert even more goals. It's mad. That's like the way it is. We just got to convert more. And with that being said, we just need more clinical players. Like, obviously Isak is a tough one. He made a good run for that shot, and Konate, beautiful pass. Great game from Konate. And he just and Isak didn't convert it, but like
the little 1-2 with Salah.
Yeah, the nice little 1-2 with Salah, and then they ended up fizzling that one out, the defence. And so you just say, like, Ekitike to me needs to be given a similar opportunity. Like, at half-time, I would have swapped him at half-time, personally. I said because he had the chance and he didn't score. And then let's be honest, that red card, it was a silly thing from Ekitike. No, the yellow when he took his top off. But it's a harsh punishment, man. Like, when he's young and it was silly. But for him to now just be reduced to 70th minute, 60th minute sub. Well, he was, when we first got Izat, he was starting Ekitike. And I know Izat weren't fit at his full fitness, and I get it. But they need to share that mantle. I think they need to share it. Like, they should have one each starting almost. Like, I almost think like 1 week it should be Izat, next Ekitike. I know it sounds
tough for a striker.
I know it's tough.
Strikers need rhythm.
I know it's tough. I know. And when one of them starts scoring, that thing was, that's the rhythm. Like, Ekitike was on. Like, Izat does need to accept he came into when Ekitike was already on form, and then we just like dropped him and shit, and it's just like, oh, fair. And we just all got to accept all of this now because of politics and big signing and stuff. And it's just like, but Ekitike was a big signing that was performing. It's mad. We obviously, you can say we got greedy with both, which would be fair. But to me, this can be turned into a miracle. Like a manager, like those two can play together, and there is a well where they can be. If we, the whole time we have them, don't do this, and one of them leaves, it'll be like my biggest regret of like, boy, like just like Salah's got to go, man, and we got to change the formation and do a 4-4-2. There was another team that did 4-4-2 recently, and I liked it, man. Yeah, it was lovely to see because it's just such a classic formation that I wish was used more, man. And I wish we used it, like 100%. I wish we used it with these two, but no, it's just a tough pill to swallow. But yeah, in terms of answering your question, no, I don't think we're in the title race this season. It's too, defence is just too bad. Yeah, so, yeah, man. But that's really, it's a lot about Liverpool with Liverpool Man U. Like, well done for Amorim.
Yeah.
Well done on the guy.
Fair play, Amorim.
Yeah, he's big. He performs in big games. Good record against Liverpool. A draw.
Do you think it's a turning point for him?
Yeah, why not, man?
It's just a one-off.
I mean, why not? No. Why not? Like, I don't think Man U are gonna wow us, but I think they're gonna improve step by step from how far. Like,
2 points behind you, lot, I think.
Yeah, he's funny, Amorim, because like he set himself such a low bar, and then he's got the time, so now he just needs to. Basically, he's got 3 years to get to about fourth, 3 seasons, which like no, but it's like he can really build his shit. Like if they really do stick with him. Which I think Radcliffe has got. Like, it seems like the right decision because now you're looking at. And you look at that manager, we'll cover that soon, the Marinakis and stuff, but whatever his name is, I'm butchering it. But yeah, they stick with him. You guys stuck with Arteta. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to stick with the guy, it seems. And he built himself such a low bar that he's basically got 3 years to get Man U fourth. Yeah. And then they'll probably move on and see the football world at the time. But yeah, man, and so far I don't see why they won't reach this goal at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, as long as they just keep, he can play good against big teams, and that was the first thing about Arteta I noticed. The very first thing when Arsenal were finishing 8th, I was saying, but against the big teams though they play well, which is always a big thing because then you'll just need to learn how to beat some of the smaller teams that play in a low block and play different, and then yeah, you're pretty much sorted. So, no, man, like good for him really, and just not good enough from Liverpool. Not good enough. It's so like political and weird Liverpool situations. Horrible situation to be in, to be honest. But let's move on from that. I'm happy to as well. So Arsenal versus Fulham. The next game, and I like Fulham. They're a team I've always liked, like a London team I've always liked. The last time I did a FIFA career mode, I picked them. So, like, yeah, they've got players that are dear to me, and I like Iwobi, obviously Nigeria, and he's like our playmaker for Nigeria. So, yeah, and it was a great game.
Yeah.
Great game, man. Like, I'll quickly go over first.
Yeah.
But, no, man, really entertaining, back and forth. Arsenal really held on to that one. That was a statement win for me for Arsenal, because it looked like Fulham were going to get back in it. Like, your boy Harry Wilson was on fire that game. Like, he looked like he was going to try something.
Yeah.
But they, like, just withheld. And I think you didn't get a clean sheet. No. Was it 2-1 or 1-0?
No, 1-0 we did.
Yeah, they got it, exactly. And those are the ones, man. Those are the games where it does look like a team who can win a league, because...
Grinding it out.
Yeah, grinding it out. They were really trying, they play well, Fulham did, like Harry Wilson, but they need a 9. They're the only team that did, like, no business in summer. And they got that Munoz. I don't know if he's injured or just not playing these days. But they need to get, like, I would like for them to try putting an offer for Solanke, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, in January. I think Solanke, let's be honest, Richarlison, and then who's the other? I guess he's the other striker.
Kolo Mirani.
Yeah, Mirani. They look like the ones. Yeah, he's better as, like, at Bournemouth. That was like his level. Fulham's a similar type of level.
Yeah.
And they've got really good creative players now. Iwobi's really coming into his prime a little bit, to be honest. And then obviously ESR's though. If they have, like, a prolific striker, I think they could do bits, man. But they're unlucky, I thought. But yeah, man, what's your analysis?
Yeah, kind of the same. Like, I did respect how Fulham played against us in their game plan. They really nullified us between the lines, so it was so hard in that first, like, 15 minutes. It was so hard to get out and like break them down, and they just basically just kind of covered every zone.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a bit of a frustrating opening, to be honest. I think you were just kind of hoping, and I think they also had good pressing triggers, so, like, they really knew who to press and which players that they kind of preferred to be on the ball more.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they gave, they would invite the ball to go over to Gabriel or Declan Rice and straight away onto them. But I think once it always kind of takes us 10-15 minutes to kind of figure out what the opponent is, what their plan is. And then once we and what I like about our team is that we improvise well. So, like, we figure them out and then we kind of find a way around it. Yeah. In recent games anyway. And, Fulham are another team that have been our bogey team for like the last couple of seasons. So it's now, like, to beat them, West Ham and Newcastle, I think all in successive games, teams that all took points off us last season, with defeats, I think, as well, all of them. Is really positive. So I was really happy about thing. I mean, even, like, reaction to the lineup initially was kind of straightforward. Like, it was nothing too surprising. I think now I'm kind of I kind of do understand Arteta's appreciation for Trossard starting as well, and I think a lot of it is because when Calafiori's there, Declan Rice and Gabriel, the left side is probably our least technical area of the pitch. So obviously on the right you would have Saka, Eze/Odegaard. Timber's, like, really good under pressure. So a lot of our weak points are on the left. So, like, Trossard's retention is better than Martinelli's. I think Martinelli gives you something different, but Trossard, in terms of receiving between the lines, he can turn, like, in one of our previous eps, I did compare him to, like, Santi, not the same level, but in terms of sometimes there's, like, little reminders when he turns in and out of pressure. So I think now, when, like, sometimes Declan Rice will go a bit further up and then Trossard will drop in and he's the one that can receive the most ease in that.
in tight spaces.
Yeah, in tight
he's good at
spaces.
that.
So yeah, I'm starting to kind of like come more to. Obviously, it is very game dependent. So when I've noticed, Arteta said when the fullbacks bomb up a lot, sometimes he likes Martinelli there because of the defensive contribution, but also because there's more space in behind. So a lot of it is going to be dependent on the game, and I think, I'm kind of like not to say I'm not going to have when I see the lineup, I'm not like, I wish that player was there or that player was there, but I kind of do acknowledge that Arteta has a reason for these. It's not just him picking favourites. He really has a reason for playing these players in these specific games. So. Yeah, man. Like I was. My reaction to the lineup was like, okay, fair enough. Obviously Eze in centre midfield, and one thing.
Is Odegaard's injured? Though?
Yeah, Odegaard's injured, man. But with Eze, man, like it's like I would say we can't sleep on Odegaard yet.
Yeah.
We can't it's like we just can't. Like a lot of people sort of ready to not only move on but just sort of. Call Eze to be his replacement, like almost kind of clarify that. And I don't think we're ready yet to move on from Odegaard. I think the difference is quite clear. I think Eze is very good in the final third.
Yeah.
But the parts before that, we do miss Odegaard, and even just I just think we're just far more fluid. And I would like to see Eze actually playing. Obviously, the situation is what it is right now, so it's not possible. But I would like to see Eze doing the thing that Arteta appreciates Trossard for, which is being able to come short, receive between the lines, and drop and create from the left side. But obviously, when Odegaard's not playing, we do need a playmaker in there. So I'm happy to see Eze starting over Merino in there. Nwaneri is also an option as well.
But what do you think of the 11? Because even, I know you said it, but Calafiori in particular, because I understand that he got that goal that was disallowed in the end.
Yeah.
And he's mad in terms of, he throws such a spanner in the works when he runs up, because no one compromises in the attacking three.
Right.
They all stay in position, and then he just goes up, and then he's just an extra problem to defend.
Yeah.
But it leaves you mad vulnerable because, alright, so basically Rice plays left centre mid, and then he plays left back, and Rice will cover, but sometimes on the ball he's easy to dispossess. Sometimes Rice, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
And if Calafiori sometimes isn't in position, as a counter attack, you can be vulnerable as a counter-attacking team with him in there when he makes those runs, when he bombs it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, but obviously it's just a vulnerability. So, how do you feel about that? Would you rather him? Is he your first choice left back?
Personally, no, he's not my favourite. To be honest, he's I do rate the player, but he'd probably be my actual third favourite between the three. Obviously, it does depend how Hincapie settles.
Yeah.
But Lewis Skelly's obviously, I love watching him, and I think
third is mad.
Yeah, because I do like Hincapie. I've been following Hincapie for a while, and I do like the signing. And years ago, I did want Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah.
I do like the player, so I feel like this is a good alternative to that, and he's a bit different, but it's kind of a few similar qualities that I do like. So I do like Hincapie, so he would be fun, but that doesn't mean I dislike the player.
Yeah,
it's just I've got preferences, with But what I do appreciate about Calafiori is he's probably the most effective in the final third between the three. We got to see more on Hincapie though, because he's very good delivery.
Yeah.
But Calafiori scores fucking wonder goals. He this and that.
Seems like the manager likes him a lot.
Yeah, and I get it as well because so many of our players in the in our attack are very focused on and there's almost a plan to nullify them. Like Saka, you get 2v1 on him. You've got one that's playing the 1v1 on the wing, and then you've got a midfielder will come over to help to stop his cut inside and basically block his left foot off. you've got Gyökeres who's basically battling like two centre backs the whole game.
Yeah.
And then Trossard, like,
His push.
yeah, like,
Very
yeah.
well.
But the thing is, even Trossard, they just sometimes, you can leave him 1-on-1 because he's not that fast. So you just invite him to run down the wing. You know he's not going to burn you for pace. So, like, there's a lot of ways that our attackers are nullified. So, like, Calafiori feels like an extra attacker that can kind of arrive unmarked. And because he's so effective in terms of, like, his finishing is, like, I've not seen a fullback, like, finish the way he finishes sometimes. Like, it's crazy. So, I do understand it in that sense. Like, it's almost like he's an extra attacker for us.
Yeah, he's such a manager's delight.
Yeah, like, very good in the final action. But it's the bits before that I'm not too big a fan of. Like, I think our build-up with Skelly is a bit better. And I think Lewis Skelly will give Zubimendi someone to bounce off.
Because sometimes you don't feel... Because even with Trent, sometimes I sack of... When someone's so good at, like, an attacking thing... Like, I like to build... I'm not saying build everything around Calafiori, obviously. But what he does offer from left back in terms of goal input, just a spanner, like an issue.
Yeah.
I think sometimes is a bit more significant than even a Skelly. Like, even when you look at that PSG game, it's difficult really, like, obviously, but yeah, like, it just throws a spanner in there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're more structured with a Skelly, but then if you're going head to head with someone, you never know. I guess.
Do you know what? I'm not sure necessarily because like like Skelly even like is because the left back role is the one where there's so many like different facets to them getting. Like obviously it started with Zinchenko. And like he was something we hadn't really seen before in terms of like the way he's involved in our build up and the amount of possession
like
he has.
Six.
Yeah. Like and then obviously Skelly comes in and ends up being that player, but he takes it to another level from Zinchenko.
Yeah.
Because like he's so obviously he's far more physical, so he can hold his own 1v1.
Yeah.
And
it allows the midfielders a bit more freedom.
Yeah. There'll be times when you just leave him, like the ball's flying over, you just leave him 1v1 because you know he's going to turn out of it. And like having a player that could do that, play his way out of trouble like almost every time. And the amount of fouls he wins. Yeah. Like, I think even he threw a spanner in the works in terms of like, he just gave us so much speed. But Calafiori does have like a lot of freedom, to be fair. So the thing you're saying with Trent, he does actually get that. Like this guy, I see him on the right hand side, left hand like right hand, half space, left half space.
And then
like
Rice will just cover his position. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So he does get that, and like he does make it happen. Like he's like he has his moments in the final third, but yeah, man. Like, but I'm not mad at it at the moment. Where this defense is, yeah. I mean, I can't be with the results we're getting. Like the last two games, we've not faced a single shot on target, and obviously the defense is doing something right. Yeah. So I can't complain at all. Like, but obviously I do have my preference, which is Skelly, and I do like Hikampe.
Yeah, it's very similar but different with Trent, and because Rice is Henderson. He covers it, and you get that freedom as a fullback just to do what you want, man. But
but no, even my other points, like Eze. But yeah, I think it's gonna take Eze half a season to understand that mid, because I was watching him a lot off the ball, like just watching his movements, and I realized that he's still like. That you could tell he's like still a freestyle player where at Palace they're just like get the ball to Eze and he'll make something happen. Yeah. And not to this because I rate Glasner and stuff, but obviously because he's leveled so far above the rest that like some of his teammates, it's more you get the freedom to just do what you need to do. Whereas us, there's a certain structure he does need to adapt to. So like there's times when like Rice and even Zubimendi's kind of caught up to what we're doing right now, and obviously he had a pre-season, but he's from the same nation as like the same area as Arteta, so they're in sync. But like Zubimendi understands, and Rice understands when one player's over there, they go straight there. Calafiori will come there. Declan Rice then stays at left, but like they're so in sync. And Eze looked like the odd one out when I was seeing a lot of those movements. And it's gonna take him half a season. Hopefully, like I do believe he's intelligent enough to pick it up.
Yeah.
And it will take him half a season to understand the midfield role, because now he does have to understand that it's not about just what you can do on the ball.
Yeah.
Like we know your quality's on the ball, but you have to know.
I know exactly what, because in that game where I was watching, him as a cam, he's creative. But dictating is such a different, as a creator in Cam, is such a different game. Yeah. And with Odegaard, like with Eze, so he was a lot at right attack mid in the game, a lot in that position. And so in those positions, he would always just want to do the quick through ball. It's not like a long through ball though, it's like a short through ball. But like, it's like a smart little pass, a little cutout one. Yeah. Which he always wants to do that. But sometimes when Odegaard is there, he spends a little bit more time scanning all the options and actually figuring out the best pass. Yeah. That's like the killer final pass. Yeah. And it's so detailed. But a little bit, I saw that with Eze. He's still creative and got sick ideas. He reminds me a little bit of Wirtz in that way. Like, they've got these sick little passes and through balls, but when it comes to actual, like the Fabregases and the Odegaards and the Ozils, they take like a little longer sometimes just to and scan everything. And for some reason, like they slow down time a little bit. It's weird how they can do it and then just get the final pass, which is a killer, which is like the true playmaker. So some with Eze I saw, but you think he can become that type?
I think he can pick it up. I mean, he is at his prime now, so I'm not expecting much improvement from his game. But in terms of just adapting to the team, I think I do hope it comes, and I think he'll pick it up. But I did like, there were some signs. Obviously, I know he's better on the left, like that left area. But there were some things I like about him on the right side, and I believe it gave Saka a lot more space because there was even one moment where Saka played him in, and he had a crossing opportunity I think he hit the first man, but the fact that he's getting beyond, which Odegaard never really used to do, like Odegaard is always in close proximity to Saka, and it's a lot of connections and little link-ups. But I think yesterday, with a right footer there, which is what I've been saying, Saka now had the whole right side, he dominated that zone, and I think that right-footed thing has made a difference now. I think, and it is a thing of where it's like, it's very tricky, because like, one's our captain, and I think he makes us tick, and he sets the whole tone, he sets the rhythm for our game. But then your best player, your star man, has gained performances like this when he's got a different option there. And I think, obviously, it's something for Arteta to figure out. Thankfully, when there's a situation where his hand's being forced into who to pick, because they're injuries and stuff. But Eze, the way, like,
he can was overlap on the right wing,
exactly,
which allows, because Odegaard will never, as such a left footer, he just don't want to be at all, of course. So,
and even when he's out there, he's only out there because that's the only space, and then he'll come in anywhere. But yesterday it was far more direct, and like it was just like there was some few things, and I think Saka was superb, man. Like he's such a match winner, basically. Like he's just really that guy for us. He's the one that really drags us to the win.
Man. And he is.
He's
cold. He's very good, Saka. Like he's different gravy, man. Yeah. For how long he's been doing it. As a winger, his one-on-one game. Yeah, he's just always confident he's gonna beat his man.
1v1 specialist, always, man. 1v1 specialist. Like that battle with Session was cold. Like even the little, like Iwobi was coming over to support a lot, and like to sort of cut off his left foot. And like I kind of appreciate it because it gets a bit aggressive at times, and it reminds me of when Saka had that little duel with Willock at Newcastle a few seasons ago, when that Hale End little battles, I do like watching them like very specifically, and like it was a good match, but like Saka did burn Sessegnon. He had him on toast.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Sessegnon had to get very physical.
Yeah.
And man, but Saka still got the best of him.
Yeah, and I guess to touch on Gyökeres, because like obviously
in it. So what is it? 9 games.
Yeah,
and 3 goals. 3 goals in 9, I think.
Yeah.
For Gyökeres, maybe 10 now. So what's your assessment there?
Yeah, man. So what I was saying last week was, I guess, I think Arteta rates, and Arteta did speak,
and a lot of the fans as well.
Yeah.
There is a
lot of that. There is a lot of that, and to be fair, I'm kind of coming round to some of that, only some of it, because what I do like is, I wouldn't really even call it hold up play, because he's not really keeping it for that long, but when he's pinned up against a defender, I do like that we can kind of poke it into him, and he's very good at rolling his man. He's very good at turning his defender, and obviously he's got to start scoring these shots, because, but I mean, he had 2 really good chances, to be fair, and a lot of the critiques are that, but we're not getting enough we're not giving him enough opportunities. And yeah, we're not giving him enough opportunities, but he's got to start becoming a one chance, one goal man.
Yeah.
At this level, this is what you have to do. Haaland's been that for City for a long time, and Gyökeres, with the goal record, that is what we're expecting. But we created enough for him, and
yeah, he squandered a couple.
He
goes straight at the keeper. Whereas he's lacking that. The elite strikers just have the technique to put it right in. Isak missed it today as well, but to put it right in the corner. But he was doing, to be fair, last season in Portugal.
It's a different league.
I know, but he was doing a lot of side nettings.
Yeah.
So that means you do have the technique to put it right in the side, you know what I'm saying?
You do, but you get so much more time and space in that league. This league, you got to think so much quicker now. That's what he has to adapt to. He has to start thinking quicker in these moments. And even so the things I do like is he's he is offering a focal point.
Yeah.
But he needs to he does need to have a better all-round game in terms of his connections, even his link, and just being less scruffy in the box. His technique is so average that
so rough and
it's just really not what we're used to. Having we've touched on the strikers we've had in history already, but that level is what man are used to, and he does need to improve that aspect. I'm sorry, it does need to happen, but there are things where, away from home, it's a good performance. Away from home, it's a good centre-forward performance. But there's going to need to be improvement. There's basically going to need to be goals, because we know his limitations. We already know his ceiling. He's at it right now. And really, it's the goals we're looking. But overall, it's a good performance. But I don't think the performance is something that is out of the realm for even a Havertz to do. For me, he's not nailed down starter. Based off those performances. It's mainly based off his goal records, and if he's not producing the goals record, then for me his place is up for grabs if he doesn't score the goals that we're expecting. So that's my take on his performance. I do like it, and I think he's causing chaos again, I do like the fact that he does find himself one-on-one a lot. That is different to Havertz and that. He does find himself one-on-one a lot, but he does need to start taking these chances, because I really want to destroy these teams now. We need.
But he makes this. I know what you're saying. You know what? I think maybe it's a confidence thing, and with time, maybe, because he does get those chances and he makes good runs. I've noticed, and it's what you just said. That's the difference with Havertz. Is that when you're a 9, your whole life. You just will always sniff out. Your centre back, there can just be a clear pass from a centre back to you, and that just triggers you to make a run. Dangerous. And it's just a different, which I think Havertz didn't have. It's a different mentality, isn't it? You always just know you can make a run. A certain player's got the ball, you just make a run because you know their passing ability, and that's how he always gets these chances, one-on-ones. Every chance he's hit straight at the keeper. But sooner or later. That's why I'm not too mad with the Isak chance. He hits shot at the keeper, but we know what he's capable of. Sooner or later, next game, same chance, he puts it away. And maybe I know that's basically what you're saying. Needs to come from Gyökeres. But I think it should. I think he's shown the capability to do that. So it'll just be a lot of shooting training in it probably, but I think it'll come eventually.
It does need to come though, sooner rather than later.
No, you're right.
But the thing I do obviously love how great we are defensively, and two clean sheets. So two games in a row where we've not allowed a single shot on target. I think it's a 22-year record, and like it's so great. And like I can't lie, like even with the accusations of being defensive, I'm starting to like kind of enjoy these performance, like
set pieces.
Not necessarily the set pieces, but just even when we go a goal up, I do kind of look forward to watching how we're gonna like keep this lead, and like it is becoming something. And what people do need to remember, like especially younger Arsenal fans, is like even though some of us are of the Wenger thing, like George Graham was a defensive coach, like the famous back five with Winterburn, Dixon, Adams, and Bold. And then Seaman behind is obviously a famous back five for a reason, with Keown as the sixth man type thing. Like that is like that there is parts of our identity that like that's the famous chant 1-0 to the Arsenal. Like that is like part of our DNA. And like I've noticed that a lot of the people that talk positively on this Arteta team are people like the Ray Parlors. Even though Ray Parlour played under Wenger, he still came through under George Graham. Like Keown, Ray Parlour, even Adams. Like I haven't seen Adams talk on Arsenal in years, but he's like the one that is quite vocal these days. And it seems like that era does appreciate this team. And it seems like the Henrys and the Perez's and stuff are maybe a bit more negative on this. So like, it's kind of understanding like, actually, I'm not too against like how we're playing. Obviously, I do want more goals and I love fluid football and stuff, but there is a part of me when we go goal up, I do kind of enjoy seeing us grind it out. Like Gabriel, like how passionate he is when he defends. Like
it's like I felt the same last season with. He had a lot of grind, a few 1-0s, a lot of good defence. I think we were like third after you and another team. Best defensive record last season. And man, it's lovely to watch your team.
Yeah. Especially when we do it so consistent, like embrace it more. And I don't actually have a problem. Obviously, I don't want to be a defensive team. And like, obviously, the game we've got in midweek against Atletico, that's going to be interesting because you've got almost one of the GOAT defensive managers. And like seeing how they set up, and then we're going to have to be the team to take initiative in that game, which we're capable of doing. But I do really enjoy, like I'm starting to enjoy these games when we're grinding it out.
Because there's nothing as a fan that fills you with confidence more than a good defence, man. There's nothing then. Like, just seeing your team get clean sheets on clean sheets and being able to do that. Like, having a vulnerable defence is always the worst thing in football. And just I've had that with Liverpool so many years. Man. So I feel you, man.
The last thing on that particular point is I do think though, not to always give the defence all the credit. I do think it's the whole team as a unit is so good, and I think that's why maybe we like some of the players struggle to get those numbers that we would like, because the whole team as a unit, it doesn't just start with the back four. I know Gabriel, Raya both take the headlines the most, but the whole structure, like obviously Rice in front of them is great. Even the wingers, the way they track back is great.
Arsenal don't have a single luxury player. That's the thing. Like even Saka, who's your star boy, because he's in his prime, works hard. Like works defensively hard. Like presses in defence. There's a shift put in from like your Sakas and your best players. Still, and there's no passengers, you know. So there's no luxury players either. Like everyone works hard defensively and offensively. It's like basketball. Like everyone's a two-way player. And that's when you can win, man. That is when you can really win. And it's just I think Arsenal is they're the team to beat for sure this season.
I do think Eze needs to, because Eze might be the closest you can describe to a luxury. I mean, I mean, he can play midfield, so. But once he like adjusts to the team, I agree, man. I think everyone's a two-way player.
But do you think? So Man City, Everton.
Yeah, one real quick thing I wanted to address really quick, because it was a question asked, because Caiceido and Rice. So let me even read it out because I don't want to butcher this.
Oh, so someone's trying to... Because Caiceido's been on mad form and a lot of people saying he's the best CDM in the Prem.
Yeah.
Right
so,
now.
So someone was like, remember you before wanting... So shout out to Nakuja187.
On Twitter.
Yeah, on Twitter. Remember you before wanting Caiceido over Rice previously before we signed him. What's your thoughts now seeing them both third season in? So the reason I did want to address this is because I was heavy on the Caiceido train before we get in it, and now I've seen it's a big debate between Caiceido and Rice, and almost them two being up for best midfielder in the Prem right now. Personally, for me, I'm still gonna go. Gravenberch is my favourite centre mid in the Prem right now, to be honest. But regarding the two, I think things worked out how it was meant to be. Like most times when I want Arsenal to sign a player, a lot of the time it's based on the team we have at that point and how I envisaged them fitting into our team. So at that point, I think we knew Xhaka was going. So our best midfielders at that point were pretty much Partey, Odegaard, and then Smith Rowe, Vieira, and all these guys. So. At that point, it was almost like we might have to use two creative players in the midfield. So someone alongside Odegaard. So for me, the best fit for that would have been a Caiceido who can he's very good at covering. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like he's really good at covering channels. He's a bit like Fernandinho in the sense that he can dominate a zone by himself, as a lone pivot.
Like a deep midfield.
Right. Yeah. Whereas even though Rice is capable of doing something to that degree, Rice is obviously very much he's a bit more adventurous. I think he's far more of a box-to-box player.
Yeah.
So Caiceido made sense for me at the time for that particular reason. But when I say things happened as it was supposed to, one thing Caiceido is in the right venue because I think that's actually Chelsea's specialised midfielder type. There's some teams where you have an identity, and I do like when they stick to it. So, for example, I would say ours it's either the playmaker, so from Bergkamp to Seth to Ozil to now Odegaard. Or you could say the Vieira type. But we never quite reached that same level again. But obviously Vieira, Diaby, Alex Song kind of ish. Partey. I feel like that is a classic midfielder we have. And
Manu wingers.
Yeah, Manu wingers and all of that. So but with Chelsea, obviously Makelele was first.
Yeah. Essien
after that, a bit different, but still kind of short African, not short, but under 6 foot African, fast, very aggressive,
very physical.
Then Ramirez, people forget Ramirez, he was an engine. That guy had a fucking engine on him.
Yeah.
Kante, he's the best one of them all, I think.
Yeah.
And then obviously Caiceido, I think follows that. So I think. That is a Chelsea thing, and I think he's doing well there. I think it fits them. They're very used to that midfielder, and their fans are embracing him a lot more now. And I think he ended up where he was supposed to go. I'm very happy with Rice at Arsenal. Very, very happy. I think it's over 100 million well spent. It's the first time a team's gone over 100 mil and no one questions the price. Yeah. He's fit every game. He's always available. He can play every minute. The engine he's got is crazy. He's added goals to his game, which I really appreciate. He's grown on me a lot. I'll be honest. Even in terms of just his all-round game, I think he's a good player, and even his character's really good. We spoke on it last week. I think he's just very measured, very rational, and I'm really happy with Rice. So. Yeah, I don't really have obviously I'm happy we made the choice we made. I think Rice is a better fit for the team we have now. In terms of who's better, I'll probably edge it to Rice, to be honest, because I think Rice is just a bit more complete. But I don't think they're worlds apart, personally. Yeah. I don't think they're worlds apart. I think Caiceido's a very good player, but I think Rice is a phenomenal player too. So I'm happy with how things panned out. So that's my answer to that debate.
Yeah, no, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. But do you feel any pressure from... Who do you feel more pressure from? Liverpool or Man City? As an Arsenal fan right now.
The only reason I'll say City is because every time we've been a serious team, City have been the one that have been there to pip us to the league. So
Yeah.
I would say City based on that. Like they're just our bogey title contenders basically.
Because
So
they've won another one against Everton on the weekend.
yeah.
Erling again.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's on one of those seasons where like it's going to be hard to stop him.
Yeah.
He's going to try and get like... Obviously the first season he did what he did.
Yeah.
Last season, not too great.
Yeah.
Last season was his second, right, in the Prem?
22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25. Yeah, last season was his first. So this is fourth season now.
Okay, alright. So the last two seasons he's been okay.
Yeah, last season, yeah.
Yeah, last season, well, the second he was decent.
Yeah, it was
first was crazy.
Yeah, first
second
was good.
good.
Second good.
Last was okay. But he looks like he's going to at least do second season numbers, maybe first.
Yeah.
So, and I think Man City, their plan is... It's mad to see Pep do this, but they're kind of on a Donnarumma. You just keep the ball out the sticks, and Haaland, you just put the ball in the other stick. And I've never seen Pep like get this like route one kind of. But that is like basically their plan. He's actually accepted a prolific striker as a striker, and a big prolific goalkeeper as a goalkeeper. You just keep it out the sticks. You put them in the sticks, and then everyone else just ensure we have possession and create opportunities. And no, like he's actually adopted a very just atypical style, you can say, of football.
Yeah.
And so far, I guess, is working. I still think they're not gonna keep up. I think they'll get exposed in the Champions League as well, because this can work for now in the Prem and like with the lower team, because they've played a lot of easy fixtures, to be honest, like on paper.
Yeah.
But soon, I mean, they played Arsenal and drew and celebrated like they won the league.
Yeah.
And there's a Man U game that they won, which I think Amarin got the team wrong. But other than that, they haven't really yet to play Liverpool, Chelsea. Maybe they'll smoke us right now, but
they lost to Tottenham.
They lost to Tottenham. So I still think there's more challenging games ahead for them.
Yeah.
And I think this style will get exposed in the Champions League, where it's the best, because their defence is still got issues.
Yeah.
And it's hard to paper over.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's become Arsenal in a nice seat, man.
We are, but with
it.
City though, man. Like the City are just like
PTSD's
PTSD is mad, and like they a lot of the times when we went all the way with them, it's the second half of the season where they go.
Yeah.
And I hope they show the signs they showed last season of just not being that team anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to race with it. I mean, I don't mind. If we're going to be the best, we got to beat the best.
Yeah.
Like, there is like a PTSD from them. But
no, I hear that. But yeah, man, that's the other team who I think could do something in the Prems, but I don't think they will. I think really it really should be Liverpool and Arsenal, but I think the other two are just pretty weak. Like Liverpool and City, our defence is just not there. Like I don't think Haaland will. Well, he could keep this up for the whole season, but that doesn't fit the defence, which that will be exposed at some point. So yeah, I do feel that way strongly. So yeah, man, it's just an interesting one this season. A lot of it will be Champions League, where I'm focusing on now and seeing how that goes. But let's move to the next topic.
Yeah.
Chelsea. So on the weekend, we've got Chelsea versus Forest.
Yeah.
I actually did watch that game.
Same.
Yeah. Chelsea, like, they're definitely not a threat for the title. They've managed to find a way to like claw themselves into fourth, I think now. Yeah. Maybe. So they've figured out a way to claw themselves there.
Yeah.
But I don't look at them as a title contender.
No.
But they got the W, like it was good for them. But straight after, about 45 minutes after that win, Ange sacked. And obviously we put Potter as number 1 and Amorim as number 2.
Yeah.
It happened as Nuno as number 1, Forest. Potter number 2.
Yeah.
And then another Forest, Ange number 3. So that's 2 seconds. And what do you think, man? This is wild. Be honest. Yeah, let's get your analysis.
Do you know what? It was wild. Like, firstly, I was surprised by the appointment because, now obviously I know you did clarify that because they're from around the same nationality or whatever.
Yeah, they're both Greek.
Yeah.
Ange is obviously New Zealand or Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also Greek.
Yeah. So there's that element to it, but with the critiques Ange was getting last year and what we saw from him in the league, I was surprised. And it's also like the style of play. Like, obviously Nuno and Ange have completely different ideas of football. Like, and when you're making a change that significant and that far removed from the style of the previous manager, the manager needs time because you've got to shift the whole mentality for a team and whatnot. Now, granted, what he was doing wasn't good enough, and like you could say that it was probably right that the owner probably didn't make the wrong decision, but my thing is the whole process in the first place.
Like, Nuno made no sense.
Yeah, it didn't make no sense. And then if you were gonna make that decision, you had to stick to a Nuno type of coach. Like ultimately, like, and now it's the guys they're linked with now seem like they're going revisiting that style again. Like Mancini, I see Mancini is quite solid. Coach, like very fundamental, like
company,
and he's Italian, so usually you have that defensive mindset. And then Dyche, we all know what Dyche's style is, so it's almost like they're trying to go back to the Nuno thing, but I just think the decision was wild. Like I just don't like it was mad, but
it was wild. But I might have, if I'm just saying, if we're not dwelling on the past, so from the moment he did appoint Ange, which I agree he shouldn't have done, and it made no sense, I probably would have done the same thing because, like, it's like, okay, I made a mistake, I just need to go back to because Ange, they're looking like relegation. Like, they're still, to me, it was looking like relegation for them. Like, they've got a decent squad as well. Like, when I was looking at their players, they've got a decent squad of players. Like, they lost Alanga, but they still got Callum Hudson-Odoi. They still got Chris Wood. They brought in
Douglas Luiz.
Douglas Luiz. There was others where I was like, you know what? They've got decent players, like in every form, like position, defense, midfield, and attack. So like it was bad. It was looking real bad. Whereas like you don't want to get relegated though. I know it's mad. Like they should have got rid of Nuno in the beginning, bro, because they did so well last season. Maybe granted, maybe 6th or 7th, like 6th, but still, that's still so well. They obviously should have kept him, but we can't go from 6th to relegated. Like even if I just bring a new one in, this season's a write-off, but just keep us in the Prem
afloat.
Just keep us afloat and in the Premier League. And
what do you think of
that's why I might need to be a Dyche, or what do I think of who?
The disrespect though, like man.
Yeah. This guy is wild. Yeah, he's wild.
Like, because bruv,
I don't give a shit.
Bruv, I'm seeing players still come out for like post-match interviews and then a big update on the screen like I've just been removed from, and I was like, wait, what? Man probably ain't finished his team talk later. Like, and how does that even happen? Like, does someone like say he's still in the changing room with them and there's whatever? Does someone come in like, you got to step outside, mate, and like, like, and then how does it like? Let's say he was in the middle of a conversation. Yeah. Does he just have to exit? Like, does he get to? like, does he even get to like finish that conversation, or it's just like the guy's just like, oh, where's Ange gone? Like, he's been released. Like, he's had to leave the stadium. Like, it's just like bad. Like. Man just had to leave. Like, it didn't even. Normally, it's like they get on the coach bus or whatever. Everyone goes back to their houses, and then the news gets told to everyone. Like, they've got to take separate journeys back home now. Wait, it was at Forest, didn't it? It was okay, so
but clearly, this Marinascus is.
He's a nutter.
See it? possibly sitting in judgment on one of his employees in particular.
I just hope that turns into a smile at some stage today.
When it comes to Ange and obviously like his style, so you're saying that his style is so different to who they had before, Nuno and everything, and I think he made the right decision because he fucked up from the jump, but I think Ange had to go, to be honest, because relegation is it's costly for Forest. For where they finished last season, relegation too costly, so it's best for them to, I think get rid of him, salvage, at least survive in the Prem, and then start the project again. They still got decent players and whatnot, so that's really how I feel about that situation. Like, he fucked up in the first place by getting rid of Nuno, but like, you can't get, like, he's gonna get them relegated, bro. Like, the trajectory was there.
I guess that's fair. Like, a part of me does think he's too good a manager but in Forest's history, they have been relegated. Well, obviously they've only just recently come up last few years, and Ange did so bad at Spurs last year in the league that it's not against the realms of possibility. So I kind of get it, but
and also with Marinescus, with him also, like, imagine they get relegated and West Ham like survive with Nuno.
That would be crazy. That would be wild.
Like, at least survive. Because all of these teams that have come up look like they're gonna survive.
I
think, like, if West Ham now have a new
proper cut, and to be fair, against that, because that was Nuno's maybe his first game, second game against us. Like, it was like, okay, these look far more drilled compared to when we watched Tottenham versus West Ham. Like, where it just looked like West Ham's season looked over for a few games in. But when they came to the Emirates, it was like, okay, they're actually alright. Like, like, they defend well, and Nuno has a chance to keep them up. Something. Yeah, so I hear that, man. He can't can't have that situation.
That'll look mad, man. But so also what happened this week, Zaha, you saw he had a little bit of a crash out, to be honest. Situation with him and is it Mateta?
Mateta. So he was basically saying, so Mateta was obviously got into the French team, national team recently, and then Mateta was kind of like going on about his come up story to get there, like, and how he was laughed at in the Palace dressing room. And Zaha's name came up as one of the people that, like, almost made fun of him to suggest that you'll never get there. But Zaha's basically just saying, nah, we were just saying that the team's so good and so stacked at that point when he said it, that, like, that's ambitious, basically.
Just like kind of locker room banter.
But he's acting like Mateta's framing it to be like
he's got very, like, emotional, to me, Zaha has. Like, do you saw the video? That he did. He's like talking about it.
Yes, he did, like
on his Instagram. A couple vids. He like removed everything, like Palace and just everything on his Instagram. And like, I don't think it's that deep, man. I think Zaha could have just laughed it off. But
he could have, but I get what he's saying, because, like, if he's framing Zaha as a hater, and he was saying it was never like that, you're making this, like, mad story.
I think the video was fine, but there's multiple videos and I don't know, the posts and shit. It's not that deep, but I know what it's weird. Like, you think there's, like, something interesting, and, like, he used to be Palace's. He's just not part of their most successful. Obviously, they just
he might, like, shout out to Zaha, because like, obviously we all, like, know what he did. Like, man always respects Zaha, but like, he might be going through a little something. Like, when I, like, deep it, like, he's at Palace. Obviously, he was keeping them up for so many years, but then Eze, like, wins Palace there, because I saw a bit of that debate going on when Eze, like, there was a bit of, like, has Eze surpassed Zaha? And like people obviously and I'm of the view of like just like Zaha laid the groundwork for players like Eze to take Palace to where they took him.
Exactly.
But like, then when you look at the fact that Eze got Zaha's dream move, which, you know, like we wanted Zaha for time and then we went with Pepe instead. But I remember those links were strong when Emery was here. And like, I don't know, maybe there's just a thing of he's seeing like man in the position that he felt he was meant to be in.
Yeah.
And then maybe he feels maybe he's being erased from Palace history in a way, even though he never would be. Like, no one would ever forget what he was doing. But what you're telling me about him erasing all those posts from Palace, like, he wants to disassociate. And maybe he just thinks they're either not giving him the respect or they're hating on him or... I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. But I hope he's cool, man, because everyone respects Zaha. Like, no one forgets what he did. Like,
yeah, man. Like, he kept Palace up. And he kept him in the Prem, like, not single-handedly, I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
But what you're saying earlier, where him and Balassi were like,
kind
of like the street version of
robbery. Bruv. They were the ends robbing and robbery. Like, when you go to Selhurst Park, you know it's a long day. Like, your fullbacks are in for one, boy.
Yeah.
So, like, them man are like...
I like that, to be fair.
I like that. Them man are legends in the ends, bruv. Like.
But nah, man, it's just a bit mad, just a little bit of drama, but... You see, he scored yesterday, you know, like in MLS, like he's on fire about this, I think. But yeah, man. But next, I do want to get into Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nigeria, they've qualified for a playoff. It was poor from Nigeria throughout the World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
But the 5 last games where we've won 3 and nothing, drawn 2, is a new manager. So we had another manager for the first qualifier games, the first 5 or whatever. And he was poor. I'm not gonna lie. So the new one, we do look better with him. Osimhen. Yeah, Brazy, man. We've got some really good players in there. Like there's a few I'm forgetting like their names, but the Adams is good.
Yeah, Bassi, Iwobi,
obviously Lutman. Iwobi's my guy for Nigeria, man. Such a playmaker, bro. But yeah, like Bassi's good as well. Trent Ekong as well. Trust Ekong.
Yeah.
But he's decent as well. So yeah, man. No, it was nice to see, but it's poor that we're in this position. So we've got where's it? Aubameyang's from? Gabon, that's who I believe we've got in the first playoff. And after that, if we win that one, we play either Congo or another team. Whoever Congo play if they win.
Right.
And it's big. But we've got the best group of players out of these teams. We should easily get into the World Cup.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's big. I mean, Nigeria need to get in there this year.
It's a must. Like,
it'll be a third.
What qualification? Oh yeah. Not. I don't think in a row.
Okay.
Actually, maybe.
So you know.
Maybe.
We definitely missed the last.
Yeah.
But I feel maybe we missed the one before as well. You know.
That was what 14.
18 or thing like.
Oh yeah, 2018. Yeah, 2022, 2018.
Yeah,
maybe.
18, is it?
Yeah. When is it when Messi had that crazy game against us?
26.
That was 2014 when Messi...
Yeah, so the last one was 22 and then the one before
2018.
Yeah.
And you're saying we missed 2018?
I think we missed both. 18 and 22.
Yeah, definitely missed 22.
Yeah, so yeah, man.
Yeah, no, that'll be unacceptable. That'll be unacceptable.
So it's mad that we're even in this position in our group.
Yeah.
And how we've got such better players than everyone else in our group.
Yeah.
2 African players of the year with Osimhen and Lukman.
Yeah.
And then obviously Salah's won it a few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of African football coming up though. In December, AFCON, of course. So, and yeah, we're in that. We can win that as well, and we should. That'll be a statement. But the hard ones will be Morocco and Egypt, of course, for that one.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, man, I just wanted to give Nigeria a little shout out, innit? Big up them, and yeah, just keep...
Get the job done.
Yeah, just keep going. New manager, great job. And yeah, man, sorry that I don't know the name, but I should do better there. But yeah, man, yeah, just got to keep going.
Yeah.
And yeah, so question of the week, man.
Yeah.
I think we can end it on. So Archie Blount. I hope I'm pronouncing that well.
Yeah.
Right. From Twitter.
Yeah, Archie Blount. Shout out to Archie Blount. So you've been the question of the week, and the question is, great podcast as always, boys. Who are both your favourite players to watch so far this season? Question mark. Has anyone surprised you in particular? Question mark.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
I'll go.
Yeah,
Cool.
you go first.
So favourite players to watch right now. No, hold on, let me read the question properly again. Who are both your favourite players to watch so far this season? Has anyone to... Yeah, so right now, this season, I haven't really watched too much outside, like in terms of the league, outside of a lot of the top teams. As like usually I do manage to watch a lot. But some of the teams that have come up from relegation, there's a few players I'm watching over there. But you know what? Mateta's been up there as one of my favourite players to watch this season because I don't know, but like I just always love watching Palace because they've just always got an exciting player. Whether it was Zaha Balassi back in the day, then it was who was it? Olise, Eze, and then like Mateta, and obviously some of them have gone on to do great, like big things.
Yeah.
And like now it's like probably the first time you can't really see a Crystal Palace winger that's like everyone loves so much. Like right now it's like I do like I forgot his name. Sarr, Ismail Sarr.
Yeah.
I do like watching Sarr to be fair.
Yeah, he's good.
Since his days at Watford, but they are kind of missing that London baller right now. So, but I still watch them regardless. And Mateta is just such a the things I was criticizing about Gyökeres in terms of
the technical.
like even when I was saying like he feels like one of those lower league teams. So a team at the bottom of the Premier League table.
Yeah.
And when they're like battling for like 90 minutes, like proper like a battering ram. He is kind of that, but because it's Palace, it's better to watch for that. I'm saying I wouldn't like a striker like that for my team.
Yeah.
But like I do appreciate those strikers when they're at the teams they should be.
Yeah.
And even Mateta could maybe get a bigger situation in Palace, but I do think like he's at his level and like he scored a hat-trick on the weekend, like yesterday. And like he's just active, is just so entertaining when you're watching him. He's just everywhere, hassling all the defenders, nightmare to play against. Just so dominant. And it is like watching Drogba sometimes. Like so Mateta's up there. But I do want to shout out in terms of players to watch. I do like Kevin at Fulham. I do like him. He nearly gave the foul away to Saka.
Oh yeah, he was decent.
With the cornrows.
Yeah.
Like he like Brazilian as well.
I didn't know. Like I weren't familiar.
Yeah, same. I seen him earlier this season, but I didn't know him before this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I like watching him. Like he's had a couple moments this season. He's good on the wing, like very good, a good direct get, like 1v1 as well. And he even like he works quite hard, which is quite rare to see in a Brazilian.
Yeah.
Like outside of like Martinelli, Jesus and that. Like it's rare to get them, the winger ones that are a bit tricky. It's rare to see them work as hard. So I like watching him. And then there's also this player at Sunderland, Chemsdean Taubi. I've followed him since he was in Belgium. And like he was like obviously he's quite young as well, so like he did some bits in the Champions League last year, and like it's a name that always stuck with me. And then randomly I just saw that he'd moved to Sunderland, which, considering what he was doing at Champions League level, kind of making a name for himself. I was like, that's quite a big coup for Sunderland. Fair play, they've managed to get him, because I thought he'll get some decent teams after him. But with the way Sunderland are now, like Xhaka and all that, Ballard, Alderete, like they've got some good players. And like I think he's someone that he's going to take a while to find his feet. But I think in the second half of the season, Especially if they are in a situation when they are kind of fighting against relegation.
Yeah.
I do think he's someone that will come alive, and he's kind of like a mini Salah. I don't think he'll reach that level, but he's not that tricky as a winger, even though he's North African. But he makes runs and stuff, a lot of off the ball stuff. But I think he's a potential goal scorer. So yeah, Talbi and Kevin are the guys that are my guys to watch, and then my favourite player to watch right now is Mateta.
Yeah. So for me, my one's so favourite player to watch so far this season, and has anyone surprised me? So in terms of being surprised, I'm gonna say a little bit Mbeumo, and I've liked watching Mbeumo this season also, and he had a 6th season last season, so I guess it's not that big of a surprise.
Yeah.
But with Man U players, a lot of the time what happens is they kind of come in and fizzle out.
Yeah.
And that's happened a lot, of course, with big signings.
Yeah.
And that's even a positive on Amarin's side, that Kuna and Mbeumo have actually looked decent. But Mbeumo has looked, and you can say Sesko's pitched in with goals here and there, but Mbeumo, I like watching him, you know what I'm saying?
Well.
Like, he surprised me, and I like watching him. Like, I like his game. I'm obviously not against scoring goals against Liverpool, but other than that, and it's always bittersweet when I like watching a Man U player. Like, the other one was Ronaldo. Like, when Ronaldo first did the stance with the free kicks, like, I couldn't hate it. It was one of those, I can't lie, when he first did it and scored, it was hard to hate. It was like, this is this legendary shit. So, like, yeah, but Mbeumo, I think, has looked decent.
Well, Mbeumo, you're the first player you've liked to watch at Man U since Ronaldo?
Yeah, probably. Like, like, when I deep it, probably. There's maybe like one or two in there, like Nani at times was cool. Yeah. But like, and there's not been much, to be honest. Like, Pogba was cool, was silky and stuff, but I didn't mind him him being a flop was nice. Yeah, Rashford is nice. Yeah, he's nice. I prefer for Barca though. Like, he's just
I feel like you could support him now.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? But like with him, he's such a Manchester United guy. Yeah. That it's just like I don't know. But yeah, no, I don't mind Mbeumo, innit? Like, I liked him before, to be fair. And then with the other players I like Woltermaid a lot.
Oh, Newcastle.
That's one. Newcastle, Nick Woltermaid. Like, even when they were all coming to the German league, I heard someone say that out of Ekitike, Nick Woltermaid and Sesko, that's the order. And in Ekitike, Nick, and then Sesko, and it's looked that way. Like, and obviously Nick's got more opportunities than Ekitike, so he might have more goals now at this point. But like, did you see his goal yesterday? Like, flicked it. Yeah. It was a nice little flick. Like, I like him. He's like a little bit scrappy but tidy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like Peter Crouch a bit.
Yeah, like, got tech in it. Like,
Peter Crouch would bust out some moves.
Yeah, some moves. Yeah, even though he's now lanky and like a bit scrappy with it, sometimes he can do like a little
fly
technique,
shit,
thing. And that's a good comparison, Crouch. Yeah. But man, like, I like how he looks, man. But Crouch did great for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Those were other teams, but so go on.
How's it looking if Nick outscores Isaac this year?
Oh, that would be a bad look for sure. Because
his replacement and then...
Yeah, that would be a bad look for sure, man. So, obviously it's politics because of certain... You could say he came in late and didn't get as many games in the season, but it's Liverpool, so that's not an excuse. That would be a bad look for sure. So, but him, I like Woltermaid. Like, I'm not going to say he surprised me, but like, I thought he was the better option than Sesko. Like, Sesko picked Man U, but then when we got Isaac and then they got him, I was like, that's a good, like, why didn't they do that all in the first place or whatever? Like, that's a good...
Well, Hugo, obviously.
Ekitike, but we told them. You know what I'm saying? We told them you can't have both, you know what I mean? But, Yeah, he looked good, man. I liked him. And then also the other one is Iwobi. I've shouted him a lot.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Nah, just the cheek of them man, to say to another club, we told him you can't have both. It's mad. Like, the nerve of that is like, what do you mean you can't have both? Like, they're not even players that belong to them, and he said we told him they can't have both. Like, that's so, like, the nerve, the fucking audacity of that is mad. Like, man said we told him you can't have, but you can't buy other players. Like,
yeah, like they can't have, because the thing is, like, promises were made. We've gone over this, but with Isak, promises were made. They were trying to keep Isak and then also get like Ekatike, who's like one of the other Wales. And then they also still got Wilson. How do you feel that Arsenal didn't get any of those 3 players?
No, I would have liked to get one of those 3 for sure.
Yeah, over Gyökeres, you'd say. Like, you'd take any one of those 3.
Yeah, but I'm not mad at why we didn't, because I think in terms of suitability, like even when you were saying Man U with Šeško being the third, I think Šeško, because he's maybe the fastest, well, he's faster than Nick, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think it kind of suits Man U more, even if you think Nick's better.
Yeah. Because
they probably need someone who's fast, because Xerxes like a bit slow.
Yeah.
So they don't need 2 of those. So it's the same with us, like, even though Gyökeres is my least favourite of all the new strikers that came into the Prem,
he can make those run-ins behind.
Yeah, he's given us something we don't quite have already.
Yeah, stretches the defence as well, those type of players.
Like, I'll be interested to see if Nick takes Havertz's place for Germany, for example. Then I would know.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, then I would understand, okay, maybe we could level up and stuff like that. But,
him. And then obviously I've mentioned... But Alex Iwobi, man. Yeah. Like, I've mentioned him a few times this episode, obviously Nigerian Fulham. But yeah, man, this season, I think even last season you was beginning to see it, but this season his playmaking has been so it's gone so overlooked. It's been so overlooked. Like, it's gone under the radar a lot, I think. Like, his passing's crazy, like, from midfield, I think. Iwobi, man. I think he's having a good season. They really need that striker so he can show, like, truly his game. Yeah. But, like, for Fulham, he's always the one who just makes it tick for them. Like, he's their player in the middle that just keeps shit going. And Nigeria as well, man. Like, he's stepped up big time, to be fair. Yeah. And because I never saw this on Iwobi, I'll be honest, like, but that's because he used to be on a wing, and to me, he suits midfield so much more. Like, he's not pacey like that. Like, he can run, but he's not like a pacey guy, and it felt like awkward for me when he was at Arsenal. He was wide a lot, but seeing him in midfield, like centre mid, because he's got the engine to move about in the middle. But you don't need burners.
That's the thing I'm most impressed with.
Yeah.
Like, the engine, like...
Yeah. He's got an engine, man. Like, bro. Like, I rate Iwobi a lot. Like, I think he's been playing really good football.
Yeah, I'm always happy for him, seeing him do well, man.
Yeah, man. For sure. But yeah, man, I think that's it for the week. Yeah, another episode. We got Champions League coming up very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to be honest, I ain't even following who Liverpool got. I don't even know, to be honest. But yeah, Arsenal.
Atletico, that's a big one.
We're playing on Wednesday. Just things are bad right now. Things are bad. We got to really win that one. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
So yeah.